All right. Well, I guess we're just ranking the pro tags, bro. We're ranking the JoJo pro tags here. And we're starting with Jonathan. We're just gonna go in order for like chronological part, like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, 5, etc. 6. I ain't seen 6, so I'm ranking 6 based off of I'm just ranking 6 based off Aura, and the 3 episodes I've seen. All right, well, part one. We got Jonathan, my boy Jonathan. Now, part 1's kind of at a disadvantage off the rip because of the fact that it's only like, what, 13 episodes? 12, 11 episodes? Not even that. But, you know, he's the OG. He's the fucking... He's the reason we even have the show in the first place. So you got to give him... He gets brownie points just for that. At the start of it all, he just gets brownie points for just being the start. He's the OG. And also, he did give Dio a good ass whooping there, even though this was like before Dio was even like what he is now and what he was after. But you know, like for what it was, you know, he held up his own. He did what he could. The lore's there. He's got good lore. Him and Dio beefing over took his girl. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy to be honest. But Jonathan stood on business. At the end of the day, Jonathan stood on business. He didn't have no crazy powers like the way they do in part 3 and up. Like he didn't have no Hamon, or they did have Hammond. They had Hammond, but they didn't have no stands. So, you know what I'm saying? He really was doing it with the least amount of utility. So you gotta respect him for that. And for that, I'm giving him an A. I'll put him A, just because of the fact that he's not only is he OG, but he did what he could with what he had. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't need none of that extra stand shit. He didn't need none of that power up bullshit. He learned Hammond pretty quickly. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ending made him an A. Yeah, exactly. I got a whole ass ad. Dude, I have the ads at minimum. I'm sorry. I tried. I have the ads at like literally at the minimum. So I don't know. Here, we'll wait for... I ain't subbing. We'll wait for him. We'll wait for Christian to get back off the ad. September, yeah, September. It's September, baby. Hey, what up? I'm back. Well, we're putting Jonathan at A, Christian. All right, I'm putting Jonathan at A. I think it's respectable. OG, he did what he could with no stands. You know what I'm saying? He beat Dio's ass. He's the reason Dio is the way he is and why he's doing what he's doing now in the later parts. So like, you know what I'm saying? Without Jonathan, not only does JoJo not become a thing, but neither does Dio. If you really think about it. Hey. Let's go, Christian. I thought you said you weren't subbing. Let's go. We got sub. Oh my gosh. I'm taking it back. Nah, bro. Hey, I appreciate the sub. That's respectable. Yeah, exactly. See, we gotta give respect to the OGs, bro. He's not like the other old heads where they're like, back in my day, blah blah blah. Like Jonathan's chill. Like he did his shit. He died. He's good, bro. He's up there, respected by everybody. And then, all right, now we got Joseph. And Joseph, you know, like part 2 is my shit. I ain't gonna lie, part 2 is fire. Like Pillarman, all that shit, like Caesar, all those, everything in there is pretty good. So I'm kind of conflicted here because I instantly want to put him like S, but like not like, I want him like borderline S, high A, but I feel like there's not enough reasons that I can back him up the same way I backed up Jonathan. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, Joseph was really just like, he was cool. Like he didn't really do nothing crazy. To be fair, like he was just good from the rip, like off the start. He was like skilled. He didn't really have any struggles, to be honest. From what I remember, what I'm recalling from part 2, he didn't really have any crazy like struggles besides the fact that Caesar died. And like I think he got his ass beat by the Pillarmen the first time he fought them, but like came back, spun the block, you know, did his shit. He had Risa, but I feel like Joseph's a respectable B if anything. But I think I'm gonna throw him. See, this is the problem. For me, every JoJo Pro tag is like good. Smokey, I forgot about him. Fucking Smokey, I just saw it too. I just saw the picture. Oh my god. Yeah, literally, there's no bad JoJo Pro tag. So like, they're all gonna be like bunched up at like S, A, and B. Maybe C for the older versions of one of them, but like it's just like for me at least, I think they're all respectively good. So I'm gonna put Joseph at A, but behind Jonathan. He's low A. We'll put it like that, low A. We'll give him a low A. He's not. I don't think he's as good as Jonathan, but he's up there. And now we got old head Joseph. Or should I do this after I do? We'll do Jotaro first. Same thing with this. We'll do this first. Okay, yeah. Isn't Jotaro in part 6 as well? Isn't it? I think Jotaro has a part 6 picture here too, I would assume. Is this him? That's not him, is it? I can't. No, it's not him. Fuck. I can't find him. But if I find him right now, I'll put him in there. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I haven't even fucking seen the rest of the season for part 6 anyway. All right, Jotaro part 3 though. Jotaro part 3, the nonchalant king, bro, the nonchalant demon, the Duke Dennis of the JoJo Pro tags, fucking actual edgy bad boy fucking killer right here, dude. I like Jotaro, but it's the same thing as Jonathan and Joseph, where it's like he's definitely not B. He called his mom a bitch. Yo, that's true. We gotta deduct some points for that. That is true. That is true. I'm not gonna lie though. I'd argue that he doesn't become as good as he low key gets carried. Not carried. I don't know if I should say carried, but he low key gets like a lot of help from the side characters in part 3, up until he fights Dio when he gets like the power up. You know what I mean? Like the power up in the latter half towards the end of the show of part 3 is what really makes Jotaro what people know of him and like him for today, or like the reason people fuck with him so much. Cause he didn't have that shit until literally like the last couple episodes. So if I'm thinking of Jotaro throughout the whole show, he really wasn't like super crazy like OP. I would say at least he was just it was a moderate OP, you know, like it wasn't too crazy to a point where like he's gonna win everything every time with ease. But once he got the power up when he fought Dio, that's like, okay, yeah, nah, you're just OP, bro. So because of that fact that for the most of the show he was like not that crazy OP, I'm gonna put him, oh fuck, what am I gonna put him? I think Jotaro might be the first B if I'm being realistic. To me, from what I remember of part 3, in my opinion, he low-key was getting carried by side characters. Not in terms of like they were more powerful or like whatever, but it just felt like the side characters had a lot more to play and do in the fights. Like I can't really like. It wasn't until he got the power up that I really thought that he was like that motherfucker. But I mean, he's still good though. At the end of the day, they're all still good. It's just, if we're comparing them to what the other two guys did up on A, they had no help besides Joseph had Caesar, and then other than that, he was by himself for the most part. And then Jonathan was literally by himself. So it's like, this dude had a whole fucking 5-man like Fortnite squad, and they all had their own cool abilities that were not like shit. They were all pretty good, except for Iggy. You could argue Iggy was pretty bad. But other than that, like, I think B is understandable. And then now we got old head Joseph. Old head Joseph. Now, besides the fact that he was literally comedic relief for most of the fucking show, Iggy stands good. His stand's good, but like, but he's ugly. Dude, he's not ugly, bro. That's my boy. Dog control stand, yes sir. Leave Iggy alone, bro. I will not tolerate any Iggy slander. But yeah, so Joseph, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like most of the show he's just comedic relief. His stand is dog shit. Am I the only one that thinks his stand is dog shit? Like he gets. How the fuck do you get like the dude from part 2 that went crazy? The dude from part 2, the protag of part 2, went crazy as fuck, beat the Pillarman, did all this shit, and then he gets to the part 3 and he gets a stand, and the stand he gets is a fucking like, is that he gets Hermit Purple? It's not terrible, but it's not very useful in any, if not most situations. But his Hammond makes up for it. I mean, yeah, but that's like fucking comparing a center from like the 90s in NBA to a fucking center nowadays. It's like, yeah, bro, that's cool and all. You can post up and you can like get a bucket underneath the rim, but like, can you go outside the paint and shoot? Like, you're just too old for the game, you know? Like Hammond ain't doing shit no more in this day and age. He's old, bro. What do you want? Dude, nothing. I'm just saying, like, I'm being objective. He's even older in part 4. Oh yeah, is he on here in the part 4 version of him? His old ass. I don't think he is though, but if he was on here, that'd be funny. I don't think he is. No, he's not. Okay, he's not on there. But my point is, I think I'm gonna throw him at C or D, bro. I'll put him C though. I'll put him C. I'm not gonna be that disrespectful. He's a C though. The best moment I remember from him is him literally getting stuck to a fence with Avdol. Like it was a comedic relief moment, not even like some badassery happening. Not to say he didn't have a badass moment in the show, but it was just like, that's what I remember, is him on a fence with Avdol, just stuck. Holy shit! Yeah, I know. They got stuck together. That's what, yeah, I know. That. Oh my god, they did him dirty, bro. Like he's still good, and what he did in part 2 will never be forgotten. But goddamn, did they hoe his ass a little bit in part 3. But he was good, like for being comedic relief for most of it. He was good comedic relief. At least it wasn't like shit. Like they did him dirty with his power moves, or his power set, like his move set. And he also wasn't funny, but like at least he was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they at least made him funny, and he was still decently good at combat and like with his stand. If it was both bad, okay, then we're talking about something else. But like at least he was funny as fuck. So I put old head Joseph at C. No disrespect, he did his part. He's funny as hell, but he was Spider-Man towards the end. All right, we got the boy. We got Yosuke. Oh my god. Part 4. This is an instant S. I'm sorry, guys. I don't even have to talk or analyze anything here. It's just I just throw him in S, and we're just okay with it. That 3-peat is crazy. The 3-peat. Nah, yeah, that's a zesty pose too in the picture. He's doing that. Hey. Nah, yeah, bro. What cannot be said about part 4, bro? Look who's after you. Oh, Josuke. Oh my god, yeah, Jotaro. Yeah, Josuke's instant S, bro. And after him, oh yeah, the 3-peat. Jotaro, you think part 4 Jotaro's S as well? Oh, we'll get to Jotaro right now. But I'm gonna talk about Josuke a little bit. Josuke, bro, he's zesty, he's OP, he's funny, like you know what I'm saying? Like dude, like come on. Like come on, bro. He has the mix of every little like thing, like each little like subgenre of like type of character. Uh what would it be? Character, what's the word I'm looking for? Trope, like trope, I guess. He mixes all those things together, and it's like one concoction of fucking epicness. There's no other way to describe it. Like, I'm glazing right now, but like part 4 is that shit, bro. Part 4 is the shit. The sheer heart attack fight was crazy. Oh, yeah, and he has a lot of badass fights too. He fights for himself. He don't get no. I mean, he does get help sometimes from some of the supporting cast, but a lot of his fights are just like him straight up getting the ones. You know what I'm saying? So he puts up the ones. He's respectable in that sense. He don't need no help for the most part. Like most of the time he's fighting on his own. Like he's a badass, bro. He's got that shit. His hair, bro. His fucking hair. Like no one's rocking that haircut besides him. Let's be real. Like that is a crazy hairstyle to be rocking, and he's rocking that shit. And then the fight with the end Kira, I forget his name, the villain of the antagonist. I think it's Kira, right? Like his ending, his last fight with him too. Like oh my lord. No, yeah, Josuke, he gets an S for me. And he looks like Prince. Yeah, for real, that's what I'm saying. All right, now we got Jotaro Part 4. Now, see, this is where it gets. He can honestly go low S or high A, but he's going in one of them because he unlike Joseph, when he got put in the next one, they didn't hoe him, and I think they learned from that because honestly, Jotaro don't really get much he's not like comedic relief, at least for the most part. And he also kept this fucking OP stand. He's just a little older. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a little rusty. His stand's a little kind of like, it's not washed, I would say, but like it's not as good as it was in part 3, but it's still really good. So he kept his stand, which is good, and it's OP. He's not like constant comedic relief, which is also good because that means he's actually like serious and important character for the most part. He has a lot of one-on-one fights too as well, or like good fights where he has to be like really strategic. Like the one fight that comes to mind with me is the one where he fought I'm not gonna remember the villain it was, but it was like in a store, and they had like a bomb. I think it was the rats or I can't remember what it was. It was a fight Jotaro had with like where he got hurt during it too, but okay, that's it. Okay, yes, okay. That's what I'm talking about then. Yeah, the sheer heart attack. No, yeah, that shit was crazy. The skull robot, yeah, that one. That's the one that comes to mind when I think of it. So he also plays a pivotal role in the entire story. He's not like just a background character. He beat the fuck out of Kira. He actually like has good fucking good parts in the story. He's like an actual important piece of the story. So I will put him low S. I was gonna put him high A, but I kind of want him low S. I'm not gonna lie. So he's up there. Could you tell part 4 is my favorite part, or it might be my favorite part? If it's not, it's part 5. But like, either way, I have a lot of bias towards these next two parts. It's part 4 and part 5. So we're putting him right next to Josuke at S because that's just how it is. Now we got another fucking banger. We got Giorno Giovanna. Oh my god. So we're not gonna ask any questions, right? We're just gonna also just throw him up here. Here's the thing. Do I want him at the tippity top? Is he best pro tag or is he second best pro tag? Because at this point it's a race between Josuke and Giorno, and I don't know who I want to pick. And I think I'm gonna put him in the middle. And it's not even because he's not as good as Josuke. It's just I think I vibe with Josuke more. as a character, and like just his overall like vibe. You know, that's the only way I can describe it. But Giorno is Josuke's S1 and Giorno's S2. You know what I'm saying? You're not wrong either way, in my opinion. Yeah, see? At that point, it's just like pick your vibe. Like who do you fuck with? Like who do you resonate more with? Even though they're both fucking badass and they're both good as fuck, and like they both carry their fucking show. Well, they don't carry it, but like you know what I mean. Like they're just really good and they're OP and they win their ones. They're badass. They can stand on business. They're funny. They got aura. They're zesty. Like, come on. But yeah, Giorno, easy S. He does his shit. He gets a power up, as most JoJos do towards the end of the show. But his power up was freaking amazing. I'll never forget that part. We had my boy Bruno. R.I.P. my boy Bruno. God damn it. Oh my god. His sacrifice was not in vain though. Hey, his sacrifice was not in vain. Giorno packed that boy up real quick after that. He had to get his get back for his boy. But yeah. Bro, Stand is named after a Prince album. Golden Wind Experience. Now yeah, the music references after part 3 go crazy. Like even in part 4 and 5. All the stand references to music go crazy. But the fact that they gave a JoJo Protag, like the protagonist, a music reference is good as fuck. The stand sound nice. Sound is nice too, bro. Oh, you know what we should do? I should be doing OP rankings because you know that'd probably be easier for me to remember. Like opening, ending tier lists. But yeah, Giorno, we packing it up an S, bro. Enough said. That's a unit. I think majority of people would agree with the S. Maybe like 10% wouldn't. But like I feel like everybody would pick Giorno at least at the lowest a high A. But like I feel like most people are putting my boy at an S. So we're keeping him there. And then Jolene, based off aura and what I've heard and the 3 episodes I've watched of part 6, I'm gonna put her at high A and the potential I see in this part, I'm putting her high A. I'll put her above Joseph and Jonathan. This is all based off just me assuming because I have not finished part 3 or part 6. Is this valid though? What would you guys put? What would you put Jolene? Where would you guys put Jolene? Because I mean, I'm going based off nothing right now. High A? Yeah, see? I know, bro. For being the first female pro tag, she's got to be good. She's got to be good. If they would have fumbled the first female pro tag, it would have ruined it. You got to make sure if you're getting a female pro tag involved, she's got to be her, bro. She's got to be good. Because there's a lot of weirdos out there that will get mad about a female protagonist. So in order to not have that happen, you got to make sure she's fucking cool. Please watch it, dude. I gotta watch it, bro. I know. That's my pro tag tier list right there. That's all I got. It's kind of scuffed, kind of crazy, but like, you know what I'm saying? We did it. We did what we could.